Yay, we're going to Tenerife!
Yeah.
We've paid, let's just say, a little bit more than we were planning on.
Started driving and it started to escalate and got really bad. Now we're just going to keep our fingers crossed that this is not going to come back every 3 weeks again now. How are you feeling?
Alright, it's been a long time. Hello and welcome back to our little corner of the internet. That there is Marlin and I'm Tom. And these two little rascals are Charlie and Isabella. After we got that whole cancer thing out of the way, we made the decision to sell everything we own and move into our little van called Sunny. Since then, we've been exploring the world and living life to the max. Tag along. Morning. It's chilly, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a cool,
really cool
wind.
Yeah.
It's weird. To me, it doesn't really go together, palm trees and jackets.
No.
Fleece
no,
jackets.
It feels,
Strange, isn't it?
Strange, yeah.
But it's needed today because it's not super warm.
No, it feels really cool actually, to be honest.
It's gone quite up and down in temperature, hasn't it? Because just a few days ago it was like shorts and t-shirt and nothing else, and now it's
Yeah, and it's been raining for 2 full days straight.
48 hours of rain we've had.
So I think that's brought the temperature a bit down as well, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been really windy and they've almost had storms, haven't they?
Yeah.
In some places. So, but it was forecast to pick back up anyway. So
Still
not
a
too
nice
worried.
day.
It's still a really nice day.
I don't think that we can complain at all, because if you think about what temperature is at home.
Yeah, I mean, we are in the middle of January. We need to remind ourselves.
Yeah, and we're wearing just a fleece jacket and not
too bad,
big
really,
winter coats and stuff. So it's nice. You have to remind yourself, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of it not being super warm, and hopefully it's going to be a bit warmer soon. Because a little update from last week. We finally managed to make it work with the ferry booking. So yay, we're going to Tenerife.
Yeah, finally.
Yes.
But we booked it 3 times before it went through, so it did feel like finally it's working.
Yeah, exactly. The first 2 times when we booked it through direct ferries, we got the email back to say that they couldn't book it for some reason. So they took our money both times though.
Yeah, they took all our money.
So we, in the end, we ended up booking it directly through the ferry company.
Yeah, and then it worked straight away.
And then it worked straight away. But we had to book a different ferry at different times and stuff.
Yeah.
Which means that we've paid, let's just say, a little bit more than we were planning on.
Yeah, but it feels worth it because it's the last year we can do this, because Charlie starts school this year. So next winter we just got a couple of weeks of school break.
Yeah, this is going to be the last time that we can travel in this way, isn't it? For a long period of time.
Yeah, exactly.
So we thought, screw it. You only live once, don't you? And we're not going to get the opportunity to do this again while the kids are kids.
No, exactly. And to be honest, I think that we get a bit spoiled as well because you get so used to taking your van wherever you want.
Yeah.
But what we paid for the ferry now is probably less than people normally pay for a week of holiday.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought you were going to say flights. I think it's probably less than just the flights, to be honest. And we're going to be there for 5.5 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're not going to pay anything while we're there apart from a little bit of diesel.
Yeah.
So you can't really complain, can you?
No, exactly.
So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice, especially now when it's been rain for a couple of days and it's quite cold. It does feel nice that we booked some proper summer holidays. Yeah,
22, 23 degrees in the daytimes. Drops down to about 17 at night.
Yeah.
No problem.
No, it feels lovely.
Fine by me.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's about that time of the day again. I bought one for you.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Time for the day's Magic Mind.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I feel like Magic Mind is a bit like my superpower at the minute. It's my key to this calm energy, lower stress thing.
Yeah, it does a lot, don't it?
It does a lot. So head down into the description below. There's a link there. It's magicmind.com/Malin and Tom Jan for 45% off Magic Mind's Focus and Sleep Bundle. Definitely worth having a look. Cheers.
Right, we just had a first proper crash on the scooter in her life. First but not the last. It was a bit of a shock, I think, to actually fall off. Got a proper fat lip and bless her.
Scrape on her fingers and everything. But we said this, it's dead important that she gets back on it.
Yeah.
So she is, at least.
Yeah, it's not going to be the last time she has a crash like that.
No.
But it's good that she's not too scared of it.
Yeah, it's easy that it gets stuck in your head if you don't get back on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so now we're going to head back to the van maybe and, I don't know, play some games or just have lunch and pack up and start driving maybe. I don't know.
We're going later today, I think.
Yeah, we go into a new place, but maybe an old place.
Yeah.
We might be going to one of the places that we were parked at last year on the way up.
Yeah.
Where it was really nice, but we didn't really have time to stay for much longer than a day.
Yeah.
So I think that would be nice if we end up going there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we're still making our way down the coast towards Benidorm.
Yeah.
Or Alicante, but actually it's Benidorm really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where we're heading in it.
Yeah, because my dad and his wife are coming next week.
Yeah, just
so that's
a few
gonna be,
days now.
Yeah, so it's going to be really nice to see them.
Yeah, we're not seeing them for ages.
No, it's been a while.
Crab fishing.
Yeah, that was probably the last time we saw them. Yeah, a long time ago. So that'd be really nice to see them. They're here for a week, and then we got to bomb it all the way across the other side of Spain, actually, over towards Huelva to get the ferry the following Tuesday. So we're going to have about, 3 or 4 days to drive, across the width of Spain, really.
Yeah.
Almost right over near Portugal, actually, so that we can get the ferry to warmer pastures.
Hello! We are in a new spot, but also an old spot. A beautiful little place with a nice little park really close to the beach. Just a spot on place to be parked, to be honest. And this time it's like full. Last year I think we were on our own, maybe one more van. This year I can count maybe 6 vans and motorhomes, and I think 3 or 4 of them got kids, which is quite nice. So the park is full of kids and everybody's having a nice time, which is nice. And I feel like I'm quite happy that we came to a spot like this, because when we left yesterday to drive here, I started to get a tummy ache. And I thought, like, get tummy ache sometimes. No big thing. Started driving and it started to escalate and got really bad. So the last like 20 minutes on our way here, I was really struggling. I was in so much pain, and we went down the road with like every few meters it was one of those little speed bump things. And honestly, I thought I was going to faint from the pain every time we went over a bump. So it was not a very pleasant ride here, and as soon as we got here, Tom and the kids went to the park and I took some morphine and laid in bed for the rest of the day. And I feel like I jinxed it a bit, because I've not had these pains since I swapped back over to the plasters. And I said it 2 videos ago, I think it was, where I was like, oh, we fixed it, nobody knew what it was, and nobody believed that it was the plasters and the hormonal treatment that did it. But we fixed it ourselves, because when I changed it, they stopped coming. And I've not had them for quite a few months, but obviously I got it again the other night. So now we're just going to keep our fingers crossed that this is not going to come back every 3 weeks again now. That this was just like a one-off. But you never know with this. It was the same pain as I've had before, but it felt almost worse, but I don't think that it was. I think it was just that I didn't expect to come in. It's been so long and I didn't take the morphine on time, probably. So today I'm feeling a bit dizzy, foggy, hungover, really tired, and just a bit out of it, to be honest. Like you do probably the day after you've been in so much pain, but also after morphine. So we're gonna have a relaxed day we're gonna go and do some shopping, and then we're just gonna hang out in the park and the beach and relax. And we're gonna be here for a couple of days, which is nice, because now we feel like we can get back on our feet and I can start feeling better before we start traveling again. So I feel a bit, maybe not worried, but I don't really know what else I would say to describe it. But it feels a bit hard to know that this might come back again now, and that this might be what's coming every 3 weeks. And now again, we don't know what it is that's causing it and what I can do to prevent it or whatever. Yes, we've been discussing a bit to see if it could maybe be what we're eating, because we eat a bit different again now when we're traveling. And even though we are moving more now when I can be outside again, like I move my body a bit more, we're still sat down for quite a few hours a day because we're traveling a lot, and maybe that got something to do with it. So now we're going to change the diet a little bit and just try to not sit so many hours a day, I guess. And I've also heard that fresh lemon and ginger in water is supposed to be really good for your stomach, so I'm starting to drink that in my water every day, and we'll just see what happens. But we keep our fingers crossed that it's not back every 3 weeks and that it was just a one-off thing. So Tom and the kids are already on the beach, and I've just been to the van to pick up a few things that Tom forgot, because he's going to go surfing for the first time this year. And well, I'm going to set this one out because I'm still in a bit of a morphine blur, and I'm assuming that's not the best combination to go out on a surfboard a bit high. That doesn't sound very safe to set. So me and the kids are gonna jump in the waves, sit and watch Tom practice for a bit, because I think it's gonna take some getting back into. But it feels really fun. Feels very, very cold. So we've been to buy a new wetsuit for Tom today. It's a bit thicker, so he doesn't freeze his little toes off. Let's see how this goes. How are you feeling?
All right, it's been a long time. It's been almost a year since I've had a wetsuit on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh.
So we'll see how it goes. Just try it, innit?
Yeah, I just said it feels freezing, so it's good thing we've just been to buy a new wetsuit.
Yeah, I've got a nice thick one now and some shoes and stuff, so I'm gonna go give it a go. See what happens. Yeah. Wow, Charlie, look at you. Have you got a wetsuit as well? That's super nice. And Bella too. Look at you two. You look dead cool. You brought me some stones? Yeah. Yes. Did you just get a small one, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's for Tuesday.
Is it for Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. The stone is for Tuesday, apparently. Don't know if you can see him, but he's there. He's walked back. He swam all the way over there. And I think he surfed in, and now he's walked back. And he, I don't know if he looks happy or not. I've always said that kids in snowsuits are the cutest thing, but now I think maybe kids in wetsuits is a bit cuter.
Alright, so we have made it down the coast south of Valencia, and we're just outside Benidorm now. So we are ready to go meet my dad and his wife, which feels nice. We're going to spend a good few days with them and just enjoy a bit of family time. It'll be really nice, I think. But I think we'll leave it there for this week. Do a bit of a short and sweet one. It's funny how fast you fall into like old routines when stuff like this happens. Obviously with Malin getting the pains back and stuff, we sort of been on high alert, let's say. So yeah, we've not had the cameras out too much this week, so I guess we've just been taking it a little bit easy. So it was definitely needed. But yeah, thanks very much for watching once again. Do make sure you go and check out Magic Mind. Definitely click the link in the description below for up to 45% off their Focus and Sleep bundle. Definitely worth checking out. Massive thanks to Magic Mind once again for this one. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave us a little comment for Malin's Stoma Q&A, which is coming next week or the week after, by the way. If you've got any burning questions, particularly about Malin's stoma, how it is with travelling, anything like that, then do leave us a comment and let us know, and we'll do our best to answer them. See you next week. Bye.